Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so this is going to be my contest entry into Cody, aka H&S Collectibles, Road to 1,000 Subscribers contest. Now again, if anyone's not aware of Cody's channel, I will leave a link in the description below. Please do go check him out. He's probably one of the first people, one of the first friends I've made on YouTube. Back just it was over 2 years ago now. He's done a shout out for me very early on in when I put my channel out, and he really got my channel moving. Now I know he's bored of me saying this in videos, but it is true. He really did get me started on YouTube. He gave me that little push that you kind of need sometimes with YouTube, and because of him, you know, it kind of just got my channel noticed a bit, and I kind of was able to build on from there. So again, I'm forever thankful for Cody for doing that, and I felt that it's only right that hopefully I can return the favor now back to him and get him over that 1,000 subscribers mark that he's looking to get to. So far he's on 976 I think he's on at the moment. So I'm hoping, please, if he could, please do go over to Cody's channel and let's help him out. Let's help him get over this mark, because it's such a massive milestone. I remember when I hit my 1,000, and it was just a great night. Myself and my fiance, we actually kind of nearly celebrated. It was just something that I always dreamt about, never thinking it would ever happen. So again, if you can go over to Cody's channel, please do subscribe to him. He really is the nicest guy you could ever possibly meet on YouTube. He's incredibly supportive. We're forever talking to each other. Him and the lads over in the Coast to Coast group, every single one of them are just great lads, and I'm so proud to be friends with them. Cody himself he does it all with his videos. He does, you know, he does haul videos. He shows off incredible vinyls. If you're big into your vinyls, go over and check out his channel. Some of the unique vinyls that he shows on his channel are absolutely amazing. He also shows figures as well, a lot of NECA and Mezco figures. So again, if you're big into them, please do check it out. He does everything. He's gotten big into his 3D printing as well, and he's been doing a lot of that recently. And actually, one of his prizes is a 3D printing. It's actually something to do with his 3D printer. I think it's his third prize that he's giving away, and he is giving away some remarkable prizes as well. Unbelievably generous, and yeah, it was a bit of a no-brainer to enter this contest. So again, if you could go over and please subscribe to his channel and show some support. He really is a nice guy, and I really am sending his over to quite a special channel. He really is a great guy and a great channel. So yes, he's asked a lot of questions. And I have to admit, I spent nearly 20-30 minutes trying to come up with one or two of them. Two of them were very tough to come up with. And yeah, thanks for that, Cody. This has been a real pain in the ass to try and come up with answers for this. So I'm going to get through them as quickly as I can, because I don't want the video to go on too long. So he asked me, it's the first question he asked, and it's a bit of a three-parter. So the first thing he asked was, what film would you like to see remade? Now, I'm going to answer that very quickly, because it actually is being remade. I always wanted to see Salem's Lot being remade. I always felt that movie was better than a television movie, and thankfully James Wan now is actually remaking. I don't think he's directing it, but he is producing it, and anything to do with James Wan, I know it's going to be quite brilliant. So Salem's Lot is going to be my first answer. That's part A to his first question. So B is a franchise or a movie that you would like to see reboot. And I had to rack my brains on this one, so I came up with Phantasm. Now, I love the Phantasm franchise to a certain extent, but I felt that every time you watched the movie as they went on, it was almost like they were making it up as they went on. And I would love to just see someone, you know, sit down and say, you know what, we're going to make a trilogy of Phantasm, and basically set out a perfect storyline and give you that full perfect circle that I always wanted from that franchise. I never felt that we actually kind of got it with it. And yeah, that's my reboot, Phantasm. Yeah, it's a weird one because I know there's a lot of love out there, but again, I think that with modern effects and if I had a bit more money to it, you never know what they could come up with. So yeah, that is my reboot, Phantasm. And then he asked, this is part C of question 1, what would you like to see a redo on? And this was very simple. I would love to see a redo on the remake of The Fog. The remake of The Fog is, without question, the worst movie ever made. And that movie, that franchise, or whatever you want to call it, it deserves so much better than what we got in this remake. So would desperately love to see a redo on that remake. So that's my questions for the first question. So his second question, and it's a two-parter, is what movie scene really gets you emotional? And this was an absolute no-brainer. It's Forrest Gump. It's the scene when he's standing over his wife's grave at the end of it. Tom Hanks's acting in that movie is like it's no wonder he got an Oscar for it. But I just felt on that scene, it absolutely kills me every time. He just takes it to another level, his acting. And yeah, it's almost a, I watched that movie just so I can watch that scene. It is absolutely, even thinking about it now, it kind of just choked me up a bit. It's just a phenomenal scene. So yeah, that is my answer for part A. And then part B, he asked, what musical score gets you emotional in a movie? And again, the minute I read this, or I heard him ask this, I instantly thought of this movie. And I only mentioned it there not so long ago in one of my videos. It is Starman, John Carpenter's Starman. The ending score to that movie when Jeff Bridges is going back. I don't even know if I want to delve into this, but I don't know if this. I find it hard to watch the movie because of its ending, because of that score. Now I don't know, is it something happened to me younger that I've kind of just blocked out of my subconscious, and I just don't remember. But there's something about that score that almost triggers me off into a fit of depression. The last time I watched it, I think it was over 10 years ago, and I never forget it. I was actually in bed, and I couldn't sleep. I think it took me, I think it was nearly 5 a.m. when I ended up getting to sleep, because it just left this kind of lasting impression on me. I don't know what it is. I sometimes wonder, did something happen to me when I was younger? And again, this kind of just stuck with me. I don't know what it was. Again, something that I don't want to delve into because yeah, there could be a couple of skeletons in the closet there I don't want to know about. So yeah, that is my film score. So then he went on to question 3, and this is a 3-parter. Actually, it's 4 parts to this question. So he said, what is your best and worst video game adaptation? Easily the worst is Alone in the Dark. It wouldn't be, we can't talk about worst video game remakes without mentioning Uwe Boll. He made some of the worst video game adaptations, and Alone in the Dark with Christian Slater is absolutely it's shocking. It takes it to a whole new level of shocking. Everyone talks about Street Fighter and Super Mario Brothers. No, check out Alone in the Dark. You won't believe it. My best video game adaptation, hands down, is Silent Hill. I felt that I think his director's name is Christopher Gaines. I think that's his name. And I just felt that he captured the tone of that video game so well in that movie. And when you actually hear the score of that game, that film as well, you just know you are watching a Silent Hill movie. I just love it. The setting of the film is absolutely fantastic. Yes, the ending goes a bit odd, kind of goes off a bit from what we know from Silent Hill, but I just found it was by far the best adaptation so far to a video game. So then he asked, then he kind of flipped it. The worst movies made into video games. So your best and your worst. So my favourite, without question, was a game on Super Nintendo, I think it was, and it was Alien 3. It's a role-playing game. I think that's what you call it, or side-rolling. I don't know what you call it. But I just thought, being able to control Ellen Ripley was just absolutely fantastic. And you actually got to use the pulse rifle and the flamethrower, and even the kind of the rocket launcher, the grenade launcher that she had on the pulse rifle. So it all ticked the boxes for me, even though even though the game is called Alien 3 and there was absolutely no weapons used in the movie, in this one, yeah, they had to throw the weapons in. So yeah, that's my favorite adaptation to from movie to video game. And my worst one, I remember Predator on the Commodore 64. I remember at the time it was just impossible. It'll take nearly 5 minutes to load this game, and then it'll start up and you'll play around 1 minute, and it was just so hard. You constantly get killed, and every time you got killed, you just had to reload the game another 3-4 minutes. And I remember being an absolute nightmare. So that is definitely my worst movie into video game. So that is my questions, Cody, and I hope that's okay for you. That's my answer, sorry. And I hope that's okay for you. And thanks for that, because that required a lot of thinking. A bit too much thinking, if I'm being totally honest. Look, it's the least I can do for you, Cody. And I'm hoping and praying that we can get you over this 1,000 mark, which you desperately deserve to be. And I'm sure by the time this contest is over, you will hit that mark. So that is it, folks. So again, if you can go over to Cody's channel, link is in the description below. Check him out, give him some love, and just don't go over, just to be there and then to disappear. Go over and interact with him, and I guarantee you he will interact right back to you. So that is it, folks. That is it. And as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could leave a comment down below. And again, make your way over to Cody's. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.